So I thought to myself, hey babe, how's about we go slow? At least inside it seems I'm terrified of this road. Oh, but outside already it's all sinking in. Caught up in a landslide, but I don't wanna be friends. I wish I could be cooler, calm, collected and chill. Maybe then I'd get a chance to see all the different sides of you. Shine out and blossom, oh, the flower for fields. Stretching out to the edge, grown wild, beautiful and surreal. Say, far as I can see, the borders on crazy. Oh, the way that I feel now, it's holding me down, dear. Push me of the fear. Afraid I'll say I'll do wrong in the eyes of you, girl. Over romanticized, despite such a brevity, immortalized by the simple thought of it. Help me feel true.
I stayed in bed pretty late this morning just watching the view out of those windows. It really is quite something. And when I finally got up, I get to have nice cuddles from Champ, a hot coffee, and some peanut butter on toast. Life is good this morning. Life is very good. Time for me to break up camp and hit the road though. Let's do this. Alright, our first stop today is Thunder Mountain. This is one of those crazy self-built architectural weirdo wonders, and let's go check it out and hear the history. So this was actually created by a guy named Van Zant, and he was originally a police officer in California, and he moved out here with his wife, had 7 kids, renamed himself Chief Thunder Mountain, and created this monument which he attests as a monument to the suffering of the Aboriginal peoples of North America. He lived out here the rest of his life, and he said that he was cursed so that if he ever tried to leave here, something bad would always happen. The crazy structures you see behind me are just some of the remnants, and there were a lot more before they were all burned down or torn down. So as you can imagine, 7 kids running around this place, and the unsafe standards. Eventually the government stepped in and forced his wife and kids to leave, but he never left, and in 1989 he finally died here, suffering of depression and a couple other health issues. So it's pretty sad actually when you really think about it. The structure itself is a 3-story tall hostel of sorts, and it's created primarily out of what he would have affectionately termed white man's trash, so found materials. It's pretty cool. What strikes me most about this place is, unlike a lot of the other bizarre architecture that I've seen on my road trips, this one has definitely an air of torment to it, and I can only imagine the kind of loneliness that comes about when your family is taken from you and you feel you cannot leave. the place that your family cannot stay. Not a very uplifting note to start the day, but it's an important reminder to know that if you're going to go against the grain and if you're going to risk it all, you are risking something. You are risking quite a lot, actually.
Notions left by dry time. Work on outside healing my mind. Slowly rewind back to design a plan. For us to refrain. Backstep, decide how to feel my inner desires without compromise. I know in those eyes I don't show all I hide. Brace into.
Welcome to the town of Winnemucca, which is kind of like a cool cowboy-y kind of town, and I felt like walking around and seeing some cowboy stuff.
Plaster faces on the ground, staring up into the crowd. Makeshift people about, staring up into the cloud. Grow in time to reach their prime, to help inside build up structures, walls big, bonafide, man he'll never die, hope he never sighs, lets all weakness be bare. Falling back downstairs, plaster faces on the ground, staring up into the crowd. Makeshift people about, staring up into the cloud.
Well, on a whim, I decided to trade in the harsh deserts of Nevada for the rolling grasslands of southeastern Oregon. I'm taking the less traveled northerly route to Salt Lake City since I have about a week to myself to just blow, so I decided I'm probably not going to get to see this area of America again, and I'd really like to take the chance now to soak it all in. If you take a jaunt even further off the beaten path, you'll find these rock formations that look like Roman pillars. At least that's what the pilgrims thought, and they called them the Pillars of Rome. As a result, it became a bit of a stopping point for pilgrims on the way through because it was easy to describe and easy to find. Even today, the area, which has become known as Rome, hosting the Pillars of Rome, has become a bit of a stopping point for other people taking this less traveled northerly route. It's also coincidentally a great spot to launch off on the river that's here. And their little boat launch here offers free camping, so I'm taking them up on the opportunity. Champ's getting a little soak in. I'm gonna get a shower in and just soak in the river life this afternoon.
She had lips like an angel's. I was so caught up from the beginning, dear, I'm not sure how to explain to you why I'm staring. I assume that you'd know by now why you're here. You take no cream or sugar in your coffee, though I need more time to get to know whoever's behind that book. Won't you go? But all I could say was, whoa, da da da.
For dinner, we're having a chickpea and chicken curry with a healthy dose of green peppers and coriander, tomatoes, onions. And instead of naan bread, got these little street taco extra fluffy flour breads. They're pretty good though. You really have to spice these curries quite a lot if you use coconut milk, because the coconut milk sweetens it up so much. But if you lay the spice on heavy and you get that sweetness from the coconut milk, such a nice round full flavor. This might be my best one yet.